Okay, and welcome back to the RIZE Racing League. As always, I am your host. Tonight, I will be going over, first off to start with, the standings and whatnot. So then, first off, as always, we'll go with the driver's standards, if I can get the words out, that is. So as a recent overtake, Carson Arnold has been dethroned. Well, not technically dethroned, but has been joined back with his teammate, N.I. McGurk, or Neil McGurk. Carson Arnold and Neil McGurk both share the top spot right now with 155 points, which is very impressive. Hypnotic Booch, as the man that said I would take a bit of a rise, has rose truly to the top in the McLaren, which is always nice to see, in third place. And then in fourth place, we have fourth and fifth place, we have the Mercedes twins, Flawless and Irigo. Flawless on 139, Irigo on 133. Still pretty good, but not the best. So then we'll go to the constructors. We have obviously Haas at the top right now with 310 points, quite a staggering lead. Next is Mercedes with 272, and a big drop off for Williams recently. Was sat with only 197 points. So that's going to be a bit of a problem for them realistically. We need to see some more of Williams recently. Overall, they were truly ruling the top spots, but then they sort of plummeted down. Next is McLaren, which is also another good sight to see. Very nice. Happy to see. Alpine then takes up fifth, well, joint fifth realistically, joint fourth. I'll give you another one, joint fourth with a McLaren. Then it goes to Ferrari in 181. So then, we now move on to qualifying. Will there be a bit of an upset? Netherlands is a very good track for your turns, but it's also got a lot of, obviously with the new rumble strips, everyone is terrified of recently. This is the map really that has the most of them. Especially around a few corners, like maybe turn 1 to 4 are the most dangerous really in my opinion. They're the ones that are going to catch you out, but also as we can see on our home screen right, or our loading screen right now, that bit of the track there is especially careful. You have to be near sector 3 is going to be where everyone's going to either lose it or they're going to choose it. And it's going to be a big thing to watch. So just wait until then. Oh, and we have a wonderful wet race today, well, a wet qualifying so far. That's going to bring out some spins today, especially in the Netherlands race. This is going to be a fun one to watch, and it's made even more fun by the rain. A full 20-man track is going to get a lot more fun. And you really want to be having some true good racing out here right now. Now, in my opinion, everything is leveled when the wets come out. No one has the best, no one has anything better than the other man. It's each driver for themselves. The wet really levels the playing field no matter what. It really just does show what each person can do and what they can't do. So a lot of people come out right now. The Best Don't Mess is leading the charge. With a few spells of bad races recently, he's really going to be looking to change that reputation really and move himself back into the original position. And it looks like we do have rain all the way through qualifying. So I hope a lot of people are going to get used to this. The Best Don't Mess already having a couple bits of a snap there. So you can just see complete pools of water there, so it is definite justification for full wets. Already had the best up mess, missing a few turning points there. And the Red Bull behind him, by the way, is Ross Wales, a good driver, coming off a few decent spells. Hopefully he can improve tonight. He's going to get a bit of a draft off. I the best don't mess, realistically, right now. Now, is he going to make the takeover? He does want to make that takeover because he's going to be held up. And oh, a bit of a brake check there. A very dirty move from I the best don't mess. Very dirty indeed. It looks we do have a bit of a spin here. Looks to be the Alpine of iZombie. But I'm quite appalled at that one recently there. By the best don't mess. It's a bit of a dirty move there. It's not something you really do. Ross was going to be struggling with some front wing issues after his rear was smashed. So his front was smashed in by the rear of Other Best Don't Mess. It's a bit of an annoying thing, really. It's not sportsmanlike. It's not what we stand for in this league, in my opinion. You don't stand for stuff like that, realistically. It just causes problems and it just brings out the worst in people. Cusin coming in with a top spot of a 122, obliterating Other Best Don't Mess his time. Gonna hold a bit of a grudge there, I think, against that Ferrari driver for now. I'm not really seeing the best in him. But we move on. A few more times looking around Mr. Theo in the Alfa Romeo. Coming through, looking very nice. It's quite a high gestation right now on the track, so if I was in that pit right now, I'd be just staying back, you know, just keeping away, giving it a bit of a time to thin out. You've got time in your thing, probably maybe when the 10-minute mark comes around, go out for your first lap maybe and see what you can do. But until then, I would probably just be leaving it until then. The time's coming in. Steve Prune, the original top spot holder, looking to reclaim some lost honour here, realistically. He's had a spell of a few bad races here, realistically. So, the good thing about racing right now in the rain is you can never truly tell if your opponent. I'll say the worst thing about racing is that your opponent can never really tell when you're out of ERS because that light's always flickering. It's a good thing, and I think we have someone gone off here. No, just not my yellow flag. I'm very surprised actually that nothing really has happened. Oh, we have a bit of a spin here by the looks of it in one of the. Seems our Regal seems to be faced the other way recently. Our first spinner of the day keeps it nice and safe in that overdraft limit. Nothing much changing right now apart from Mr. Theo doing a pretty good lap. We do have a bit of a spinner though. It seems to be the Haas of Carson Arnold. He's going to just chill there for a minute. That man, apparently he came and told me, he went, look, I need some. He said to me, you know, I've been practicing all this time. I'm going to show everybody how good I am on controller and everything. He says he'd been practicing. I went, oh, I don't think you'll be doing this well. He went, no, don't worry, trust me. I'm doing the best round here that you've ever seen. So he definitely didn't tell me that he was going to do awful or anything. Right now, Vinny Cusin does look very good in the rain recently. He's looking quite dominant. And he's doing better right now on his previous times. So we have the Ferrari going off. The best don't mess. No tears will be shed for him right now, I can guarantee, in that pit lane. And also for City Prune has retired. So he just pitted and decided to call it there, I think. When you've done a good enough time, you can set things like that. So we've got another our Eagle decided to fly off again. He's had a bit of trouble on this track, obviously. It looks like Flawless right now is looking at going on the Inters. I wonder how well that'll work out for him. Look a little bit shaky. I would still probably stay on the wets at this point, maybe. With there being still pools of water around, but it looks to have spread around a little bit. Hypnotic's also choosing to go out on those Inters, and Infinite's got some selected for his next move. So it's now just Carson Arnold here. The man that's been practicing for years and weeks and months for this track. Told me definitely. And it looks like TXH Kraken has had a bit of a spin here. Oh, smoky. Oh, he's cooked. It looks like he's cooked those tyres indefinitely. Yeah, you don't want to keep spinning those wheels. Try and drive nice and slowly now to cool those tyres down. And avoid any sort of confrontation. Hypnotic, the first man right now to go out on a hot lap with Inters. That's a good thing about Inters, they don't really... Inters never really will let you down, in my opinion. Even at like 30 or 40%, Inters will not let you down. They will still keep going, but you probably lose a bit of time, but you won't really ever have like a spin like you would on other tyres. Gone a little bit wide there, Hypnotic, still carrying on though. Braking zones are going to be a bit more troublesome, obviously, due to the fact that it's wet and everything. You don't really lock up and start sliding along. But you're starting to see some dry patches back there recently, as Hypnotic passed them. Some dry patches open up in the areas, so it could be maybe Q3 could look at being maybe a dry track or semi-dry track where the slicks may just come on, like in Russia. We saw the track wasn't fully dry, but it was still dry enough so that slicks could be provided. Not going along with a pretty well done time there, going the fastest overall on the Inters, so they look to have worked for him. And Flawless, another person riding in the Inters, also works for him. A lot of people now are switching over to the Inters. Bit of a close call there for West Ditto and the Red Bull of Bucko. Infinite also on the Inters. A lot of people now are switching over to the Inters and coming out again. It looks perfect weather right now. The pools of water have indefinitely gone, so that's not a big of a problem right now. It's just mainly going to be looking around to see what happens here. Jim McLeod's right now looking pretty scary. Flawless coming in with the fastest lap time now. And we have Cero crashing out. See if we can get a bit of a perspective here. I just think he either pulled up on the right or crashed out, I can't tell. It looks like it has just Infinite. Had a bit of a spin here. He's going to be getting rid of those polystyrene sponsorships. What do they ever do to you, huh? How cruel. Those poor polystyrene places. A few more spins here. We go with iRegal, who's facing the complete opposite way. You tend to not do well, iRegal, when your car's facing the wrong way. Trust me. Zombie coming in also with the 120, and Nemec Gurk coming in with an even faster 120. The 120 club now has been opened up. A very nice time there for Nemec Gurk. Very nice indeed. As his teammate passes him right now, who is in the danger zone right now with the 125. As you can see there with the best times, all of the people outside of that top 10 are on the wets, so they need to quickly jump out and get back on them, on those Inters. Billy Cusin with the 119. He's made his own one. He's made his own club now, and that is the 119 club. That's a very hard club to get into, especially around this track. Kraken also having a bit of a spin there. Luckily, no one was injured, but it's going to be in a minute when Vinny Cusin passes him. Luckily, safe off. Ross Wales coming out on those Inters as well. Setting a 121, which was previously a very good time. Now looking to be a bit of a slower time, but overall looking quite fast though in these corners. The thing is with the Inters, you've got to be careful on those outwards and ins. But as soon as you get onto those next bits, it's nice, but it's just be easy on the throttle outwards, but okay on the throttle inwards. It's nice and steady. 4/10 off now, so that would probably put him about 10th right now. Can he do any better in Sector 3? With a bit of a drag from the McLaren in front. He does set a 121.147. putting him 12th on the board. Not a bad number. It's out of the danger zone, which is not what we can say for a few more drivers. Carson Arnold clearly proving all that practice has gone to work. Setting that 120 there, just to come behind his teammate. 10ths off, but he's looking to do a better time here, maybe. This maybe is in lap, actually. It is in lap, yeah. Or charge lap. It is in lap. Okay, right now it is the end of qualifying, but we have a few more races here. Mr. Theo and Tommy Ladd both need to set a good time here. Tommy Ladd indefinitely does, but pushes Mr. Theo out. So now Mr. Theo needs to do an even better time than what was originally planned. Cerro, Bucco and Vasiti Prune, also Just Tonner, have been told goodbye. Mr. Theo also sets a good time here, which pushes Infinite now into the 16th place and out of qualifying 1 straight away. That's an awkward way to go. Proceeded Prune, yeah, I think retired too early and didn't realise the danger that he was in. The best don't mess, luckily saving himself by the skin of his teeth, and the two Mercedes twins also doing the exact same thing. So then we go on to Q2 here right now. As you can see, a lot of people coming out on those softs, or the whole track of 15 cars has decided to come out all at once and go, screw it, I'm off out. And Vinny Cusin, by the looks of it, has also gone off. It's a bit of a ditch here. He's instantly jumped off the track again. I think I'd be going in right now and changing those. Oh, just getting them tyres sorted out. He's having a bit of a trail for himself. Choose to stay on him. So right now, Vinny Cusin is the only person on the medium, so he does have the option later on to change to the softs and not worry about it. The best, don't mess. Having a bit of a drowsy, sorry. A little wide, maybe. Let's go right now. The man everyone wants to look at right now. The league lead holder. Someone's gone off. It looks to be the Alpine of iZombie. And I'm at Gert, by the way, also going stupendously faster than everybody else. With a 111.8. Flawless tries to get into that 111 club, but is still not higher up than Liam McGurk. The intricate movements on those first two corners in Sector 1, I just love it so much. Honestly, I could just sit and watch Sector 1 corners all day. Look at that little with the elevated corners. I just love to watch it, just to weave in, weave out, and then a nice, lovely corner through here. It's lovely to see, honestly. Drowsy coming in with a good time here and knocking Liam McGurk off his throne. I think Drowsy's going to win tonight, then definitely. Definitely Drowsy off for the win here. No one else can compete with him. He's really just going too fast. So a few more people coming in. Obviously, Vinny Cusin coming in at that 113. Not the best time right now. That will leave him out of qualifying. Obviously, I think he's going to go try and give it another go, maybe. I don't know. And indeed, he does a 111.7. That does bring you to the question: what can he do on those softs then? dreadlought's dying again. The risks and the injuries I take for this streaming, just constantly sore throats. That's just from the dust of today, I think. So no one really looks to be touching the top two right now. Vinny Cusin looks a very scary threat around this track, especially being able to sort of being able to go second place, beating the likes of both of the Mercedes twins and Vinny Cusin and Denis McGurk and Drowsy. Seems to be very impressive. A bit of a problem right now. Zombie seems to have kissed the wall a little bit. Might be needing anything. It might be needing a new front wing there, maybe. On the bright side, it's right next to the pit lane entrance, so he shouldn't be too worried. Carcinano right now, the man that's practiced every single thing he said to me, totally. Not lying at all. Coming along right now. A little bit wrong there, but not too bad. So she's going to cost him a lot of time. It might cost him about a second there, maybe. He makes up for it though in that corner there. Very nice, cutting through, lovely jubbly. Straight on, going a 1:12.1. Not as fast. I think if he perfects that last sector, he could look at a low 1:11 there, maybe. Regal coming to the end of his turn of the race. Shaves off some seconds and knocks down Vinny Cusin, but not fast enough to beat Drowsy so far. Next person along the line is his teammate Flawless. Going along just a little bit slower than his teammate there. Ross Wales next. Gains a bit of time, unluckily. Mr. Theo coming along. Oh, he's out lap, never mind. Best don't mess. No. Stays in the same position. Kraken coming along the... Never mind, Kraken doesn't... Kraken might have had a bit of a spin there. So, along with Carcinano on his in lap. That seems to be everyone right now. Ross Wales seems to be running out of fuel there, maybe. Regal going fastest overall there. He was getting a good time. That is insanely close, Regal and Drowsy. Flawless though. His teammate says, anything you can do, I can do better. And indeed, he does, knocking 2 tenths away from Regal. Both drivers looking very fast. Obviously, Vinny Cusin on those mediums isn't going to be able to back that up too much. He has switched to the softs now, though. If I was him, I would have still probably stayed on those mediums. Gone out, just in case. A bit of a spin, though, by the way. Bit of a spin down that rear tyre. Kraken just leaving the exit in time. Mr. Theo here. Got to be careful on that, out of that exit. If you catch one of those corners, like I said, those rumble strips will not leave you alone. They will bite you at every second they have. Now both Mercedes pit. Hope that doesn't happen in the actual race, so that's going to be very awkward. To watch your teammate get pitted back, to get your teammate get helped out too. So we have a car of Mr. I the Best Don't Mess pitting. Cracking on that outlap, gets ready to start his time. Mr. Theo should be pitting, yep, thought so. A good entrance there from Mr. Theo. Normally have to be a bit careful in that corner, but a very nice entrance nonetheless. Somehow looking to improve, get out of that sector, so get out of those 113s. He does, but 11th, just behind his teammate, who is also on an outlap with 2 minutes left. Vinny Cusin is coming out. Will he be setting a proper lap time though? He... I don't know if he does or not. He has not set a best lap time yet. Netherlands is a very fun track to watch, not to participate in though, but it's a fun one to watch though, with the different elevations and everything. It's very a difficult track if you're not careful. And iZombie has retired. A bit of a in there, most likely, so a bit of a crash out there is the most likely cause. You see, oh, a good dodge there from KR12. A good dodge indeed. Vinny Cusin about to come across the line. Looking extremely fast here. And goes 111 on the dot almost. 4 tenths away from anybody close. That just proves how fast Vinny Cusin is around this track. He looks to be the player to beat right now. Especially for qualifying 3, this could be a good man to have a go at. Drowsy coming in on some fresh softs himself on that outlap. Don't think he'll make it round in time, so I think he's left that a little bit too late, that. He was decided to stay inside. Notic and Newt Girk decided to stay inside, while teammate Carson Arnold decided to go out as well, but decided against going even faster. He's going to save those softs maybe to the end of the race now, or whatnot. Having an unfortunate problem there, obviously. Not able to get the time he wanted and will be out of qualifying along with Ross Wales right now as it stands. And I, the best, don't mess, including Mr. Theo, who's also going to be saying goodbye to. But right now, the people going out are now guaranteed. So for any other person, there's no real point. Like Carson Arnold just going to jump into his pits and chill out for a bit. Can't fault him right now. Cannot fault him indeed. So we'll be saying goodbye to iZombie, who had crashed out previously, Ross Wales, who was unable to get a good time, along with Tommy Ladd, I the Best Don't Mess, and Mr. Theo. I guess we'll just sat here for a minute watching the times go round, I guess. And instantaneously, we'll also have a bit of a spin here from TXH Kraken. A bit too fast out that corner by the looks of it, maybe. Those softs are going to be nice and toasty now, thanks to that. Hopefully they could have slowed down maybe a little bit. But he looks good so far. So I have another person going off. West Ditto also kissing the asphalt. Oh, again. So a few people finishing up their hot laps, but right now everybody is out on track. So far, Vinny Cusen with the 1:10, the fastest time we've seen all day. This man truly does save it for qualifying 3. A very stopping moment. Right now, Nemec Gurk struggling with invalidation right now. No one much more than in Hypnotic, who's getting very high track numbers. Looking good so far. .112 on the dot. to improving his time here. Drowsy right now coming out to set a lap time. He's not privy to set one yet. Girk coming out also. Oh, a late invalidation does cause some problems here. What would have been my accuracy? A 111.8. That would have just knocked him 4th place, knocking Arsenal down. Girk on their outlap right now, invalidated the lap and their outlap. Girk needs to score high here to catch up with his teammate, and his teammate needs to score even higher to get up to that top row. Can't think of the word then. Drowsy along the final bit of the straight here. First of all, look at KR12 taking seconds off, milliseconds even, and stays 7th. Unlucky for him. Girk goes to steam. Arsenal pushing across the line to start his hot lap. Girk spins. Oh, that is not good for him. You can see on his tyres where how the different coloured grass has changed, to the different coloured grass bits changed on his tyres. Kind of fun to look at, honestly. See, this is what EA pay attention to. Didn't they pay attention to all the bugs and all the other stuff, and you know, things not working properly? But they pay attention to the grass. That means everything. Fun thing to add. Oh, is that too fast? It's not, no. Vinikusen setting a lap even faster than before. The man cannot be stopped right now. He is truly a terrifying person. Right now, a few people are going around the track near the end of this qualifying, trying to get something out of this course. Come on, cast now to... he's... Kraken's retired on track. Bit of a naughty one, that one. Bit of a dangerous move there. Cast now jumping into those pits. Can't fault him. He's done incredibly well here. It's just that if his qualifying pace can be matched by his race pace, then he's got a racer there. But if you can only match one, you've got a bit of a problem. Flawless, the only person to go around, and has just finished his lap time. So right now we're just waiting on Vinny Cusin to finish pitting, and he has. So, with Drowsy unable to set the fastest lap overall, Vinny Cusin sets a 1:10 and absolutely destroys the competition. Then it goes Flawless, iRegal, the two Mercedes twins, with a bit of a McLaren. It's a bit of a McLaren sandwich there, really. Sorry, a Mercedes sandwich with McLaren bread. As Vinny Cusin takes first, and his teammate takes fourth. Carsten Alder in the Haas does the best of the Haas's, taking 5th place. Kraken taking 6th in the Aston Martin. KR12 in the Williams, taking 7th. NI McGurk or Neil McGurk taking the 8th position in the Haas. Westito taking 9th in the Alfa Romeo. And Drowsy in the Ferrari, with no time at all, taking 10th. So we'll be moving on to the race shortly, but first we'll be having the formation lap. Back in a second. Okay, we're back for race day, and it is a lovely rain day. This is going to be a very, very full, very fun race overall. Then, right now I don't know the whole race timings, so we're gonna have to wait on for that one. Looks like Booker was having some connection issues. That'll be kind of tough for him to follow. There's not really much you can warm up with tyres in the rain. That's the only problem with them. You can't really get them to a temperature where they're going to be at peak performance. They're just kind of alright all the way through, really. Cero being held up a bit there by the Bucko. He's having some connection issues, but that is taken care of straight away. Okay, we're moving on. Booker's rejoining again. The question is, will it actually stick this time? It looks to be a bit of only 10 minutes of strong rain, and then this thing will start to die off. So that's maybe about 5 or 6 laps, maybe maybe a bit less if there's a safety car straight away, which I'm thinking there's going to be. Oh yeah, I didn't bring you my prediction today, bloody hell. Before the race starts, Drowsy, Vinny and then we'll go with Hypnotic. Here's my... And we are... racing, folks, here we go. A very bad start there from Tommy Ladd by the looks of it, who seems to have dropped out of positions there. Bucko having some problems here. Going to turn one, the Mercedes collide with one another. Tommy Ladd has retired straight away. That's going to be a bit of a problem for him. Some close contact. Oh, there's been a collision at the back. Bucko has been disqualified also. The Red Bull of Ross Wales going wide around that corner there. So you got a bit of a ball here forming right now. KR12 going wide there, causing him to lose a few positions. Bucko out of the race also. There's a bit of a glob forming at the back here. We'll move to the top group here. This is where most of your high racers right now are fighting. Vinny Cusin still holding that lead with a bit of an iron fist, really. The Hasses are having a bit of a problem by the looks of it, both not wanting to cede that position. That is how problems happen, but Zombie has a bit of a problem himself. Oh no, he does have front wing now. That was weird. And front wing there for a second. Vinny Cusin obviously setting a half fastest lap time due to him being first place and whatnot. Still got a bit of a battle here at the top, I've noticed. Bit of karma also with either best don't mess being last place. That's what you get for brake checking. So Regal dropping down a bit of a position, having to cede it really to third place TXH Kraken, splitting up the Mercedes there. So Mr. Theo and KR12 had some wing problems by the looks of it. Still getting those stop strategies, which is a bit weird. I don't normally get those like throughout the race, but nonetheless, no problem. So we've got a bit of a close race here between the two Hasses right now. Neiman Gurk wanting to have that position away from Carson Arnold, but Carson Arnold doesn't want to cede here. It's 2014 Mercedes all over again. Hopefully, it doesn't end the same way as that one did. I'll have some real problems here, but right now, Drowsy and West Ditto are all over the back of Hypnotic, and they're going to be looking to make some moves here. But with Hypnotic having an abundance of ERS, West Ditto may just have to keep ceding positions here and just maybe save up his ERS a little bit here. He does not want to get taken over here. Still, the Hasses are having a problem. Oh, a bit of a collision there with Drowsy and West Ditto. And Flawless has gone off. Flawless has gone off the track so far. Oh, and there's a collision. Flawless has collided with Infinite, causing Infinite to crash out there. See, things like that are very awkward to happen because it's definitely an unsafe entry there. But that's going to cause some problems throughout the race for most cars there. But obviously with Flawless now, that 5-second penalty, that's going to drag even Mercedes further down right now. That is not what wants to be happening, especially for Mercedes. And with the virtual safety car being released, there isn't going to be an actual safety car, luckily. Just a little old virtual. Right now they're with West Ditto losing some places here to Drowsy. I don't know what happened there. I just saw the bit of a Drowsy on the inside lane, West Ditto on the outside. A bit of a tap. Nothing much can be said. Safety car maybe. Perhaps now being the smart person there. down. Because if you do miss your braking point, especially on this game, don't go into the back of the people. Makes your race worse because you've got a front wing damage, just like that, and it just makes their race worse. We are back racing. So with a bit of tension heating up right now with Drowsy and Hypnotic, Westito obviously seizing the position. Hypnotic starting to drop back really, and create a bit of a bulge here of people behind him. Anyone who thought that was a dirty choke, grow up. Hypnotic has a bit of a lead here and doesn't want to slow down at all for Drowsy. I don't want to see Seed too much, I don't want to sound too posh. That is the correct word of saying though. Doesn't want to back down at all here. He's still holding it right now, but it's just losing it in the corners by the looks for Hypnotic. He's just not going fast enough. Ooh. It's a close fight, it's getting even closer. Westito also starting to slow down and cause a bit of a backup here. May I just say though, Vinny Cusin with an impressive lead there, really owning this race right now. Say just quick things to say. Kraken's trying to keep up with him, and he's using way too much ARS right now. You should never be using that this much ARS, even if it's just to catch up to somebody. Just take the position. Ooh. Drowsy looks to have had a bit of a spin here by the looks of it. That's not good, especially with those. It looks like all the rain's starting to blow away. Will he carry on, or is the front wind damage? He's going to carry on. Looks good enough to me. Carson Arnold is trying to take the 4th place away from Hypnotic. That's 3 people now. Hypnotic is just seen away so far. Nemeth Gurk still chasing down Westito, as if it turns behind him. It is a tough track to take over on this one, especially with no DRS or anything. It's going to be a bit of a problem realistically. Second, folks, having some problems. Okay, the connection problems have been solved now. It's looking a lot better on the stream. So I had some problems there, couldn't really do much about that. So with the weather starting to clear up now, it looks like most people are going to most likely move onto those softs or mediums. Which is just maybe another lap of this and you'll be having it. Flawless going on the inters there. That's a bit of a weird strategy, as soon as the rain stopped. And it looks like he's going to get backmarkered soon, which is going to be very embarrassing since his teammates are right around that corner. But it looks like a bit of a battle going on here. A three-way battle right now between Zero, Mr. Theo, and KR12 right now. A three-man battle here. Mr. Theo and KR12 going a little bit faster than Zero. Drowse has gone off again from being in a high position of having that spin earlier. He's having some real problems right now going on those softs. I think he may have boxed a little bit too early there for these. But each to their own, I guess. A bit of a spin here from Mr. Theo, I think. So that means it's just him and Sarah right now in that race. Sarah having a ridiculous amount of straight line speed here. Really struggling on those straights right now. Going a bit wide there. Kasparov takes the position. But that straight line speed of Zero is going to be a big important thing in this race. But braking a little bit later is KR12, who's trying to hold that left hand side, not let it go. Getting his elbows out. This is a very tough match right now. DRS has not been enabled yet, so it's just the two drivers and their ERS right now. He's going to try again here. He looks to have it, maybe. Zero's going to go for the squeeze, but he's going to have to brake earlier. And that is KR12, as Zero had a bit of a snap, which caused him to lose out on any sort of chance there. That was a lovely little battle to watch, that, really. Doesn't matter where you are, you can still have a good old battle. So, good. And Drowsy's gone off again. I knew him being predicted to do well and everything would cause him some problems. And I, the best don't mess, has crashed out, bringing out the safety car. Now this is a question here: will people start to pit here and go on to that better car, onto that better tyre right now, or will people stay out? It's a bit of a question. He's cracking the first to pit, followed by Annie McGurk. West Ditto. A lot of people right now are going to jump into these pits. West Ditto having a bit of a communication problem, I think. Putting on the wets. A miscommunication there, maybe? That's not something you want to be happening. Just sneeze then. And Zombies chosen for another pair of inters. day, a very weird one. It looks like that green safety car. I'd love to see that one now. I don't see it often. It's always a bit of a treat to see it. A lot more. You see it a lot more than in Div 1 nowadays than you do in Div 2 with Div 2 is quite more relaxed. KR12 has been caught. Doing something with the safety car, I think speeding. Naughty boy indeed. The safety car out obviously right now. Flawless right now, 15th place. That must be a bit tough to swallow, that one, realistically. So while we've got a bit of time, let's discuss what everyone's gone on to right now on their tyres. See a few people right now kind of predicting the weather and the safety car to link up realistically here and create a bit more of a dry track for them to go around on. So a few people like Neiman Girk, Just Tonner, KR12, Mr. Theo have all decided that they think the time is these things are going to be a little bit faster than everybody else. Still waiting for a few more people to start forming up on the grid here, which is going to be even better for those people who have decided to choose those slick tyres. Also, Just Tonner, KR12 and Mr. Theo all have drive-through penalties. Boys. See a really big improvement here for City Prune. 13 places up. Very nice to see of him. So you can see the track starting to really dry up here right now. So if that safety car's not in, I'll be jumping into the pits right now straight away. I don't care what position it puts me in. I'll be jumping into that pit right now if I was any driver. Houston decides against it. Will anybody bite? Not so far yet. And Nemec Gurk goes off, which is not what you need to be doing right now. See, he just hit that wall there and his rear wheel just went flying off. Weird. It's weird. What the hell was it doing then? I don't know. A serious lead already starting to happen here. A 2-second interval is being formed right now. A bit of a bounce going on, I guess. Boing, 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 boing. So Flawless moves up the ranks right now. And takes a 5-second grip penalty for ignoring blue flags. Multi-point indeed. It's a very annoying thing in racing there where you have to, and Formula 1 in general, just have to give away really, don't you? And it's very annoying. Still this bit of a blotch going on here right now. Ross is in a bit of a world of his own right now. So a lot of people out, everyone out right now, except just Tonner on those mediums, sorry, on those inters. DRS has now been enabled. That is perfect time for anybody to jump straight back into that. What in the world is going on? Something weird is going on in the pit lane right now. I don't know what in the hell just happened. But Ross Wales has just left with inters on. What in the world's going on here, people? Ross Wales now has softs on. What the hell's going on? I am very confused right now. Any queues and pits for the I don't even know what's happening anymore. Oh god. Ditto crashing out by the looks of it here. That was a very cursed image. And that is also Kraken smashing into West Ditto. Let's see that in an instant replay. I did. I don't think I have the budget right now with the RIZE League to get an instant replay. Kraken almost colliding there with just Tonner. Safety car is now being released fully. So how's Carson Arnold and Mercedes Prune? They've just done the exact same thing I was going to say. They've already stole the words from my mouth. Right now, at a bit of a, not on a regular, but not a man who's used to being this high right now. In this league is Ross Wales making his way up here. Can this be his claim to fame right now? Can he push right now for this bit of extra time here? It's been equalised right now. He's got this extra bit of time. He's got this chance here right in front of him to take 4th place or higher. But with Hypnotic and Prune staring down the back of him, I wouldn't really want to be him right now. Drowsy just casually sitting in the middle of these two, by the way, just going to mention that. Seated Prune honing in right now, obviously with the safety car just coming in. I think anyway, I really hope they didn't miss anything, I do apologise. Seated Prune all over the back right now of Ross Wales. You really don't want to be sinking in too much. Drowsy, that's a bit of a scary appearance, it's randomly Drowsy appearing behind you. overtake over there. Drowsy wants to piece that action as well by the looks of it, with eyes on with closing in as well. Carson Arnold is flying through and has just destroyed his right wheel. This looks to be the corner of death, and Ross Wales has to jump in quickly into the pits. I don't think that was... oh no, it was, I think. Yeah, front wing went. Oh, Sarah's going as well, and Sarah's just joined Carson Arnold there, giving him a bit of a kiss to make sure he's okay, you know. What a nice driver. He spins out himself, just make sure that he's okay. Just tons to shoot through there. Oh yeah, Drowsy and Flawless are just deciding to go by safety car. Still weird for me. Not much really we can say right now, to be honest. Obviously with, because, you know, problems going on with safety cars. Alright, safety car is in this lap. Will... I don't know who that is actually, because it's obviously with the times and everything. It's iZombie and Drowsy looking to just catch up in time. Vinny Cusin's going to hold them all up. Everybody's on the fresh mediums behind Mr. Theo, so I would be a bit worried for him right now. See Bernardi making moves here. Wants that position. Vinny Cusin pulling at that lead again. Ross Wales right now making a nice overtake. Mr. Theo chasing down. Seated Prune chasing down. Hypnotic chasing down. Irigo chasing down. It's just a nice little lovely train right now. It's a lovely little thing to watch. His top 5 chase. Vinny Cusin goes a little bit wide there. Irigo's pushing in again. These last laps are going to be extremely heated. If there's going to be another safety car, I think. Starting to push back that bit of problem there that Irigo just made. This is just let the thing sort itself out. There we go, fix itself. It just takes time, that's all. The EA may have added the grass thing like I said earlier, but they definitely didn't fix that fix the other things. It's very annoying nonetheless to have that. DRS has been enabled. iZombie has just pitted by the looks of it. On those softs, gonna try go for a bit of an overcut here. Sorry, undercut. Is it undercut? No, overcut? I don't know right now. It's too tired. I'm too tired for this. I'm getting too tired for this. This Twitch regulations word. I'm not getting the info right now, which is a bit annoying. But by the looks of it, the McLarens are chasing down this. Oh, Irigo spun! He's off for a spin, but saves it. He's going to lose some positions, but he's not lost the race yet. And right now it is a McLaren 1-2. This could be exceptional for these two here right now. But Facete Prune is still chasing down the man in front. Irigo struggling from problems here, may have rear wing damage. Obviously, smashing your rear into the wall does tend to do that. I'm not an expert on collisions and stuff, but smashing things into things tends to cause problems for some things. See, Prune starting to close in here. There's cut that gap off. Flawless has been told off for speeding in the pit lane. Not Flawless. It's having a bit of a spin here, by the way. Ross Wells having a bit of a spin here. Irigo able to work back some positions here. Still a bit of a distance, though. With Drowsy chasing on the back of Irigo, will he slow down maybe? Let Drowsy pass him, or Drowsy's off the DRS, but he's going to need to be very quick right now in a minute because Drowsy's about to get the lovely blue flags in a second. So he needs to get out of that way very fast now. I think Irigo's needs to try and unlap himself right now from the top four, but he needs to hurry up here. He's not got blue flags anymore. It looks to have done it. With only 10 players left, it's a very... Sorry, with 11 players left, this could be a bit of a naughty race. And Justin's gone a little bit wide here, but saves it luckily. That could have been a bit of an accident. Vinny Cusin said in the overall fastest lap time, he's really just putting everybody else to shame here, really. This has become a bit of a just abuse right now at this point. Vinny Cusin has definitely dominated this track. He's really shown how well he's done so far along this track. But with those 13 lap old in all those mediums, could he have a problem near the end and that cost him his race? I don't want to say that now anymore, because that could have just maybe, if I've predicted that, I'm going to feel really bad. Facility Prune is closing further and further on that gap. He's got just 5 laps left to catch him. Can he do it? Lost a bit of time there though. Hypnotic has pulled a big chunk away from him there. Obviously with a spin here from Mr. Theo, who's just really starting to feel the big effects right now of having those older tyres. And Ross Wales is sensing that, but doesn't have a lot of ERS left. He needs to save up that ERS. And just really go for a push soon. Let Mr. Theo make the mistakes and near those end laps start to push. And ooh, a good save there by Ross Wales. Only losing a slight bit of time there. See Prune dropping even further back now. Just a scary corner here. It's made a lot of people go bye-bye. Been accused and dominating over everybody else right now. I think we may need to check his car after the race, just see if there's any turbo boost or nitrous in there. I'm pretty sure there is, to be hitting these speeds. And Cusan looks to be taking this race by true storm right now. He's even catching up to people behind. It's like Serra's being chased down here now. Poor Serra is being hunted by the vicious man known as Vinny Cusan, being forced to see that position, giving him even a better time right now. Come on to these last few laps. This is the championship laps right now. No one wants to make a mistake, especially not on these moments. There's a bit of a battle going on here right now. Drowsy seems to be chasing down another person. See to Prune. There's a nice bit of ERS as well. He's still not giving up, Drowsy. Been accusing right now, pretty much just on a show of force lap right now. Just take it nice and steady through the trees and enjoy himself. There is nobody that can take this win away from him right now. He's too far away from anybody else. He's going to have a nice little chill lap, go through the meadow of the F1 track and just enjoy it. And that is the win. McLaren takes second and first, a 1-2 McLaren. A lovely sight to see, and hopefully we'll see it tomorrow as well. Facizia Prune takes third, the final podium spot. That is the race so far, I believe. Everybody has finished on the track. a good celebration there. And as you can see here, the amount of people that went through all these tyres. Let's not mention these two because they didn't really make it that far. But really, you can see the top people here. You can just shows how well they've managed their tyres and how well they did everything else overall, and it just really made the race for them. I think really a truly good race there for Vinny Cusin. Started first, finished first, never a moment in doubt. And the man that I predicted to do so well, Drowsy, finished 10th. That's a good finish in my book for me. But I hope with yourselves tonight, guys. I have been R8 Storms, and I shall see